Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to do a showcase on this EZA Boujack. Now I know I'm a little bit late getting to this one. I just got back from an anime convention, so I was kind of gone all weekend at the anime convention, but I'm pretty excited to show off this Int Boujack. Now just initially from what I've seen from him and the way his kit looks, I think he is a very good unit. He just has a couple of things really holding him back. And I'll talk about that as we get into it. But first, let's just go ahead and talk about his passive, right? So his leader skill, not anything you would use, but it's extreme int type, 4 key and 120 to stats, and then super int type, 3 key and 90 to stats. The time I use leader skills like this the most is during Battlefield, or Ultimate Clash as it's called on Global. So on Ultimate Clash, I'll use him as a leader, but other than that, I probably wouldn't. Super attack effect. So the 12 key is raises defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage and massively lowers defense. And then the 18 key raises defense for 1 turn, does mega colossal, raises extreme class allies attack by 40% for 1 turn. So he actually has like a support passive in there if you get the 18 key. And in that instance, you probably would want him in slot 1. Now, he's a unit that I think for pretty much most of the game, he's fine in slot 1 against normals. It's just against supers where it's going to be a problem. If it's a tech enemy, though, I think he's even fine against like some red zone bosses. But we'll see what his defense is looking like here. And then his passive, he gets attack and defense 150, another attack by up to 100. The more HP, the higher the boost. And then he gets defense up to 100. The less defense, the more the boost. So he has a mechanic I don't like in that there's an HP requirement that will raise or lower his stats. But for HP requirement passives, if they're going to do it, the way they did his is the way I like it the best, where if I'm losing something in a stat, at least I'm gaining somewhere else, so he's always getting something. And I do think it makes more sense to gain more defense as your health gets lower, because that's when you're going to need the defense more, right? Now, against these red zone bosses, a lot of times it won't matter, they'll just one-shot you. The thing is I wouldn't get too worked up about the HP portion of his passive. Really, it doesn't affect him that much. His numbers will actually be fairly consistent, like within a certain range. It's not like if you have low HP, his attack is bad. Like, it doesn't drop like as much as you would think. And same with his defense. If you're at full health, his defense is still relatively close to what it is if you're at low health. And we'll try to look at that and monitor it throughout the showcase here, right? And then he gets key 1 up to 5. Plus an additional attack and defense 10 up to 50 per extreme class ally on the team. So you would want to run him on a full extreme team anyway, so that you're going to get for free, which is really good. And then he's an orb changer. So changes tech key spheres to rainbow key spheres if there's a space traveling warrior category ally attacking in the same turn. Plus an additional attack and defense 50 with 5 or more key spheres. So he orb changes, has a key requirement, so a lot of different things in there, right? Now here's the thing with this guy. This guy could actually age decently because even if his damage falls off a little bit, he's actually kind of a support character in a lot of ways. He's got the 40% attack on super and then the orb changer. So if he's still good enough to run in slot 1, you'll get that attack support. Or even in slot 2, you can attack support the slot 3 unit. But even if this guy eventually is relegated to like a slot 3 orb changer, you still might get some use out of him, right? Now, I talked about before how this guy has a pretty major weakness, right? Oh, actually, I gotta fix his equips. I put his equips on him a long time ago. I gotta fix his equips. And actually his probably need to go higher additional on him and then maybe dodge. Like additional and dodge like loots the crit. That's kind of the trend these days, is everything's kind of like additional and dodge. But he has full level 10 links. Now, one of his weaknesses, it's kind of like a weakness and a benefit, right? It's these 2 links. He's got the Heraclan link, which is extremely powerful. 2 key and then 5% crit chance. And 5% attack, right? Which the attack and crit chance, it's not huge, but it's something. But getting the 2 key for an LR is very good. And then Galactic Warriors is the big one. This is basically a big bad bosses. It's 2 key and attack and defense 20%. And then he also has big bad bosses, right? So the one weakness is Heraclan and Galactic Warriors. These are only on Boujack units. So this guy's basically only as good as the best Boujack linking partner he has. And right now it's the Dokkan Fest STR one he's basically aged out. He's not terrible, but he's going to get one shot in any type of difficult content. The good thing, I guess, for this Boujack is we've seen that with the 8th anniversary. The power creep isn't that bad this year. So this guy will stand to relevancy a little bit longer. So if STR Boujack can get his EZA like within the year, I think this guy in that STR Boujack could be a formidable rotation, right? So we'll see. We are going to run him with STR Boujack here, and we are running him on a 170 cooler team. I don't have a 200% lead for this guy, so we're going to see him on a 200% lead here. So here we are, turn 1. And look at this. Like, his defense is good, right? So starting turn, he's at 360k defense. Keep in mind, if we get 5 orbs, he gets another buff. And look at here, we got 7 orbs. He's going to be at a 24 key super. Now his defense is 414k start of turn. And then he gets, I believe, another 30% on super. And he's going to get a 40% attack buff. So turn 1, he's looking really good. The thing is that even though his defense is going to be like over 500k defense, that's not good enough against red zone bosses with just raw defense, which is why you still probably need to supplement this guy with some dodge so that you can hopefully dodge on a super. But like against normals, like he's going to be really good, right? And I'm kind of curious to see what STR Bojack's looking like. 260k defense for how old he is, start to turn actually isn't the worst. All right, let's see what we got for an attack stat here. So yeah, 10 mil. Like, very easy, just 10 mil attack stat right there, right? Now, this is at full health. So keep in mind, this is his best spot for attack. Now, also, that 414k start to turn defense, that was without any of the additional 100% defense for having lower HP, right? So his defense can actually be better than that. So we're just going to kind of monitor that as we go through. We'll just leave this turn like this. And we've got it set up to where Boujack will always be supported. We got this team set up with a lot of good supports. We got these Turles units. We've got Garlic Jr. STR Cooler in this situation actually does not hit Int Boujack because he only supports Transformation Boost, which Boujack is on. But remember, Int Boujack is Boujack with Galactic Warriors. So since the Galactic Warriors are not Transformation Boost, he loses that category. So STR Boujack gets hit by STR Cooler, but not Int Boujack. So that's the one unfortunate part. But to me, it's worth the trade-off to get him with a different name so he can link with other Bojacks. To me, that's worth it. But I just think Dokkan should make it so that, like, when they do Join Forces cards or, like, cards with other characters in the name, rather than taking away characters, they should just gain all the categories. That's my opinion. Okay, so here we are with Garlic Jr. Do we gain another link? We don't. We're only missing Legendary Power and Shattering the Limit. What we really need is, like, a Carnival or a Yellow Coin Boujack LR who's just called Boujack that can, like, be a perfect 7 out of 7 with this guy. And I don't think that's unreasonable to expect that, right? All right, so we got 6 orbs here. So yeah, 453k starter turn defense. And this is at full health. And he gets more defense on super. So this guy's probably like 5, maybe even 600k. Like, he's going to be in a really good defensive spot. I'm actually liking this Boujack. And then an 11 mil attack stat. Like, yeah, like his biggest weakness is just his partner. And this is only on a 170 team, you guys. So you get this Boujack. So yeah, all they need to do, Carnival LR Boujack, 200% leader skill, boom. This guy's going to be cooking, like, big time. He's definitely tanking this for nothing. Well, is he type disadvantage here? Okay. We were, I think, but he still tanked it. It was fine. Because I believe this Vegeta was physical, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, STR. So it was type neutral. But yeah, tank for double digits, no problem. I think Vegeta might have lowered defense there. So next turn, we'll note that his defense will look lower because of that. And then we'll let Garlic Jr. do his thing. This Garlic Jr., when he gets an EZA, that's going to be fire as well. Speaking of kind of like these obscure movie bosses, we really need some Lord Slug updates, big time. Really, really need that. All right, we're just going to leave this cooler rotation to do their thing. And then, yeah, from this point forward, we just always will have support floating for Boujack. So we're going to see some very good turns here. The thing is there are a lot of nice supports and a lot of nice pieces on his team. Some of them have aged a little bit more than others. But I still like AGL Turles. I still like STR Turles. He definitely needs an EZA, but they're still solid, right? It's just you're probably not trotting into red zone with a lot of these units. All right, so right here. Yeah, 240k defense. So we got slapped up pretty good there. What I might do, because I don't want his defense to get lowered again, let's do STR Boujack in slot 1. And I'm actually not going to use any items here, because this guy's not going to kill us. We got 600k HP, right? Dude, 600k HP on a 170 team is pretty good. Well, I guess LR Cooler is providing a little extra for some of the units on the team. So I guess this is a little bit more than 170 for some units. But what we're going to do, yeah, so we're at 272 after getting some orbs. But I kind of want to take damage. So we can see the attack fluctuate and we can see the defense. So I kind of do want STR Boujack to get supered here. Let's see, can STR Boujack get supered? Because I do want to take some damage. We want to see like how much better the defense gets, but I think what you're going to notice is it actually doesn't fluctuate a ton because it's not a multiplicative buff. All right, well, 11 mil again. So this Boujack has been very consistent, 10 to 11 mil attack stats. We've been getting 24 key every time, but he's got orb changing and a very good key mechanic. So I don't think this guy's ever going to struggle for key, which is good. Maybe Turles can get supered. I don't know though. Turles is still like a somewhat recent easy A. I don't know that he even takes damage from this Vegeta. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we can take... I do kind of want to take some damage here, and then I kind of got to try not to heal. Let's see what happens. Okay, 112. We took a little bit there. That's good. So I'm going to try not to heal here, and then see if the damage... how much the damage fluctuates here. So, and I'm going to try to set up... so, well, I think this rotation is going to kill anyway, so I guess the orb setup doesn't matter. Oh, shoot, I grabbed an in orb. Dang it. So we're basically at full health again. And I don't think these coolers are going to take damage. And I think we're just going to take them out. The thing is some of these units just have natural healing in their kits anyways. Yeah, and then 11 mil for this cooler. This LR cooler is still really crazy. He's another unit I need to get rainbowed. Pretty sure the anniversary banner is where he comes back. Alright, so yeah, we're basically at full health. We've only lost a little bit. So yeah, defense is at about 400k. We'll go in slot 1 type disadvantage here. And we just need to get 5 orbs. So we will go for the STR orbs here. And then now we're at 448. We'll do this. I think if we get supered here, since we're type disadvantage, we might actually still take damage. Let's see what happens here if we can take... Alright, let's see. I think we might actually still take a chunk. Because even though our defense is good, we're type disadvantage here. What do we take? Give me like 200k. 348. Wow, that Vegeta hits hard. We will take 348 though. So, and we're still 11 mil, but I believe he calcs at start of turn. So losing the HP mid-turn did not affect his attack stat. So now next turn is where we really want to see what he looks like. And I don't think that Vegeta lowered defense. So we should see his good defense stat. We just got to make sure we don't heal next turn. The coolers, by the way, are going to put in some work here. We're just going to say that. The coolers are going to put in some work. And I mean, with the coolers, I really don't think we're at any risk here. I'm glad this transformation is happening on a cooler turn and it's not messing up our Boujack. That's fine. That's fine, Turles. Oh, we got... Turles healed, though. That's unfortunate. Alright, so... let's go ahead, and I think these coolers are going to end this Vegeta pretty quick here. I'm going to try not to heal. I do kind of want Turles to get a super, but I can't do it without healing, so I guess we'll just do that. Alright, see what happens here. So we're down about 30% health. So this will be us at 70% health, and we'll see what Boujack is looking like in terms of defense and offense here. But I know I did like a preliminary run on my own, and I got really low health, like 20%. And Bojack's attack was still really good, and his defense didn't get that much higher. So once again, I think that fluctuation doesn't play a huge impact. But we'll see at 70%. All right, so we're going to get a turn here at 70%. Let's see what Bojack's stats are looking like here. We've got Garlic Jr., so we got good support. We're already on the final Vegeta phase, which is fine. So start a turn, 432, and then we're going to get the 5 orbs. So yeah, about 486. So once again, at full health, we were still able to get up to like 450, something like that. So it isn't like crazy. So yeah, he's going to be well over 500k, maybe 600k defense after the 30% from Super. Let's go ahead and do this. I mean, Garlic Jr. could get us killed here. I'm just going to risk it, and I will grab in orbs. We'll just risk it because I kind of hope Boujack gets supered. I want to see how much damage we take. Yeah, we got the Dokkan attack anyways. So if Vegeta wants to kill us, he's going to have to do it on Garlic Jr. or STR. Well, STR Boujack actually will get one shot. So this is fine. If we die, this will be our last turn. If we keep going, we'll keep going. And look, his attack stat's still over 10 mil. So you can see having that HP loss really didn't affect either that much. We went from 11 down to 10, which 10 mil still about the same. And we went from 450 to 480 on defense, so nothing too crazy, right? This should do a lot of damage, though. That's a big attack stat on a Dokkan attack. That should be, what, half his life? Yeah, about half of his life. Pretty good. Super! Vegeta's going to be like that. So he's probably going to try to one-shot us here on Boujack. If he supers, there's no way this Boujack survives. He's going to take like 700k. Yep, here we go. And he's got no dodge. Let's see if somehow we survive, but this should be like 700k or something ridiculous. Yeah, 720. So anyways, guys, there you go. I was actually pretty impressed with Boujack. I think he is a very good unit. Once again, we saw right there the problem. STR Boujack can't defend. So we need him to get an easy A, or I think my dream for this guy would be like an LR Carnival Boujack with a 200% leader skill, because I thought his defense numbers looked really good, his attack looked really good, and this was all on a 170 team. So you get this guy on a 200% team, I think it's going to be clicking pretty good. So anyways, let me know what you think of this Boujack. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.